This will now be our third attempt at making this video happen. But in boxing and in mixed martial arts, there's a term known as being punch drunk. Now, that's when in a boxing match, one of the boxers has been beaten senseless. They've been thoroughly outclassed, but they don't go down. You know, they're being beaten senseless, but they either keep getting up from the knockdowns and they don't stay down, or somehow they're staying on their feet. But eventually they've gotten to the point where they're so brain damaged, so fucked up from the punishment that's been inflicted on them, that they're not even really able to walk straight or hold their hands up properly. They're exhausted. They're unable to defend themselves. And so at that point, the referee steps in his better judgment, or the doctor stops in his better judgment, and no longer allows that fighter to take punishment. The fighter might be saying, come on, I want it. But the professionals, the experts know that fighter is no longer able to adequately defend themselves, and he may suffer permanent damage as a result of continuing on. And so that is the reason why today I will not be debating Joshua Moon. Joshua Moon at this point is so punch drunk, so loopy, so fucked up sideways from the damage that he's received, I guess from me, but really it's all self-inflicted. It's all in his own mind, that I in good conscience cannot allow this to go forward. I in good conscience cannot allow this to go forward. He's fucking done. Throw in the fucking towel. If I go into a blood sports with Josh today, he won't be able to ever recover from it mentally. And I honestly don't want to be responsible for what might happen to Josh if I end up having to debate him on this new Project 2 question today. I don't want to be held responsible because right now he's in a spiral. He's mentally melting down. He's posting constantly on the forums about me and about the conspiracy and spurging out and trying to janny it up and clean it up to the point where today now his website is just fucking down. The official explanation is his router died and he needs a new cart, so he's waiting on a free cart. So that's the official explanation as to why this isn't happening today, is because Josh's website, Kiwi Farms, is totally fucked. It's down. It's a fucking tire fire that's fucking, massively engulfed in flames. And because of his meltdown, because of me living rent-free in his mind, because of his spiral, the website, he couldn't keep it up. So at this point, it's like, holy fuck. The poor fucking guy is just totally TKO'd. He can't continue. He can't even keep his fucking website running, let alone do this blood sports with me today. And again, I don't want to be held responsible for what's going to happen to him when after this debate, within a week, he kills himself, or he cuts his wrists, or he falls into alcoholism or drug abuse, or starts popping pills, or starts going out to brothels, or starts doing whatever to cope, with this situation. I can't be held responsible for that. In my better judgment, I don't want to do that to him. And again, this week, it wasn't about trying to inflict damage on Josh or fuck up his life or fuck up his website. I was trying to bury the hatchet with the guy a couple days ago. I was trying to genuinely okay, let's get this past us so we can move on to other things, both of us. Let's go on. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm pretty much giving you the questions ahead of time that you're going to be asked to answer. You're going to give your answers to it. I'm going to press with some follow-up questions. And then once you've proved your innocence or you've done what you want to do, we're going to end the program with you having been absolved, I having done my duty and due diligence as the prosecutor here and trying to find out the truth, and we can all move on. Josh took my good faith apology for calling him a pedophile as some sort of bad faith gambit and some sort of tactic to fuck with his mind, and then began to spiral in my Kiwi Farms thread, leaving about a half dozen essays, and not just a half dozen one-sentence posts, a half dozen essays in my thread about how I was brigading Kiwi Farms and subverting the mind of the users and doing this and doing that. Ultimately, it's all just bullshit. I'm not doing any of that. I don't have a huge fan base. I don't have a fucking army of neat samurai to destroy his website. And it's not about hurting anybody or fucking with their money or it has zero to do with that. It's about people being able to have trust in the products and services they use. And it's about people fucking knowing the truth about this situation, because people have genuine questions. It's not just schizo posting at this point. It's not just a troll. It's not just whatever you want to say it is. At this point, it's like there are genuinely people who have questions and concerns regarding your relationship with Dick Masterson because of your behavior over the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to give you an easy fucking out. I'm trying to just softball you, and you just go into a full-on fucking meltdown to the point where I feel bad engaging with you any further because you're mad at the internet, you're spiraling, you're melting down, you can't even keep your website up on the fucking internet anymore, dude. And I can't... What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to bully this fucking autistic guy? This guy who has a voice that not even his mother could love? I'm supposed to go on and just fucking shit on this guy and tear him to pieces in his moment of vulnerability? That's what I'm supposed to do? No, like, I have to protect you from yourself. Like, he may say he wants, like, a blood sport, or he may say he wants this, bring it on. But it's like, dude, like... and again, the only people right now who are getting shortchanged are the audience, you know? I don't give a fuck. There's nothing for me to really gain by talking to Janny Josh. I mean, he doesn't have a huge audience or huge platform. He's not somebody that I really care about at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Before all this shit happened, the amount of times I would think about Joshua Moon in a day was 0 before 2 weeks ago. Straight up, guys. I mean, that's just the reality. So... there's nothing for me to gain. There's nothing for him to gain. The only thing that there was before he decided to have his meltdown. He could have absolved himself. But what the audience misses out on is getting to see us clash and go back and forth. And I think that's kind of a shame. So it's not as though I'm ruling this out forever. I think at some point we do need to get on air with each other, air out the grievances, and settle this and move on so that we're not, you know, fighting forever about shit that really doesn't matter or is autistic or whatever, you know. I'm just saying, like, in a couple weeks' time or maybe a month's time or whatever, once we give this guy some time to cool down because he's mad at the internet, he's upset, he's acting crazy, he's acting very immature, to say the least, and I just don't think that there's going to be a productive dialogue or discussion between me and him. That's just the reality, and I think everybody can see that at this point it won't be productive. It will only be a screaming match where he gets mad at the internet and, you know, I get mad at him trying to sweep it up or Janny it up or whatever. So it's not going to be a productive discussion at this point, but it's not to say it will never happen. I'm just saying that for right now, to protect his mental health, his well-being, his sanity, and everything like that, I can't in good conscience come on and grill this fucking guy. And as far as him saying, like, good faith, bad faith, here's the thing. I really did come in genuine good faith, but he believes that my good faith and my olive branch was bad faith and a serpent. So he believes that I'm a bad faith actor, and based on his behavior in the last couple days, I genuinely believe that he is a bad faith actor that's in the pocket of Dick Masterson, and he's in part of a collusion and a conspiracy, which is my only real gripe with the man. And so because of that, we both think each other are bad faith actors and we're at cross purposes. And so it makes absolutely no sense at this point in time for us to engage in anything that could be considered a productive dialogue because neither of us trust the other guy. And so it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the reality of it is Josh can't do it today anyway because his website is fucking down. He can't do it. He's fucking busy. The fucking thing has crashed. His router's fucked. He needs a new cart. I don't even understand what that means, okay? That's how ignorant I am. I don't even know what a fucking cart on a router is, but he needs to wait for a free one. I don't know why he has to wait for a free one, but fuck.
You never even written a compiler?
I've never even wrote a compiler. I just learned who Terry Davis was yesterday, guys. I'm epic new fag, and me and the other new fags have ruined Kiwi Farms, ladies and gentlemen. We have caused Josh to have such a fucking epic meltdown. Now, one final point to make, because we've gone over 10 minutes, and I wanted to go under 10 minutes, but we'll go under 15. So, the final point I want to make before we wrap things up here. The website is currently down for maintenance because of the router having fucking crapped itself, okay? I will not be shocked if when the website comes back online in either a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, whatever the fuck it is, if the Internet Famous section is completely gone, I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked whatsoever. The site's back up. I would not be shocked if when the site comes back up, that some of fucking the posts from Dick's thread are missing, or some of the posts from Ralph's thread are missing. I wouldn't be shocked. Now, people are saying it's up, and there may have been nothing that's changed. But to be honest with you, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if the site coming back up, things have changed slightly in the back end, or some things have been swept up. So that's the last point I wanted to make, because if I don't make that point, then it will come back as being swept up. So people are saying the website is up right now. They're saying everything is fine, everything is good. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear of it. But people, be on your guard, because right now there's a lot of fucking gay ops being run. There's a lot of sort of homosexual behavior happening from all sorts of people. And you just got to be on your toes and watching and doubting everything and trusting no one. Otherwise, you're going to get scammed. But as for me and Josh right now, the situation is... I worry for him. Honestly, I actually really am worried about him. And it's not... I just don't want to be responsible for him doing something that he can't take back. So... Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. No, I'm not afraid to talk with Josh. It was scheduled today for me to talk to Josh. Josh could not talk to me at the scheduled time because of issues with his website. It's not like he backed out for any reason other than that. It's not like I backed out for any reason other than, to be honest with you, we can't have it at the scheduled time. And I think a period of time needs to take place to avoid this guy melting down and spiraling further. So you can say that I'm afraid of him all you want. He can say he wants to fight, but I have to be a mature adult, and I have to say, no, there needs to be a cool-off period. And when the dust has settled, we can talk, we can squash any sort of problems, and we can move on with our lives. So, have a good one there, guys.